I want you to imagine that feeling right now, how you felt probably this week, especially those of you that are members of Prime. You saw some of these. I mean, some of these stocks that we met that we kind of dabble with in Prime are killing it. They were absolutely just kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Right? Just, I mean, it was an amazing week. Right? Okay. Now I want you to imagine and tell me yes if you can identify with this. Maybe feeling like crap on the days where everything's red. You open up the app and everything, this drop, this drop, this drop, this drop, this drop, and you're like, oh my God, this is terrible. I'm so poor right now. Oh my God, I lost, $500. I lost $1,000. I lost $3,000. Let me know if you know that feeling too, right? I want you to imagine that feeling. Well, what that really is basically when you're building wealth, when you're investing. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. My wife is a therapist, and we talked about that a little bit recently this morning. When you're investing, you're kind of taking a drug. You really are. So you think about Coke being the upper, and heroin, that's they call it the street, heroin being the downer. I hate drugs. I don't mess with drugs, but this is a good analogy. Well, when you're making money, you've been dabbling in the pink cocaine that Diddy used when he beat Cassie up that day, right? I'm kidding. I don't know if he did or not. I'm joking. But seriously though, you're dabbling in the upper. You're really literally, this is not figurative, that you're literally getting a high from seeing your paper wealth go up. And then when you're having the bad day, you're kind of getting a downer. It's that fentanyl or that, heroin, right? That is pulling you down. It's making you like, oh my God, I'm so depressed, I'm so scared. And then financial anxiety can kick in and all these other things can kick in. But I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth, and this is a perspective. This is not fact. This is a point of view. It can't be fact because it's a perspective. In one point of view, nothing changed, actually. Nothing changed. And let me explain why. I own a few hundred shares of a company called Coinbase. And Coinbase is um it's a stock that behaves like a crackhead. It has it's like, or bipolar. It's a bipolar stock. Some days Coinbase will make you the richest man in the world. Some days Coinbase will make you feel like you want to go jump off a building. So, with my shares of Coinbase, let me see. My current position in Coinbase is about $105,000 in that I own in Coinbase. This is what I really own. That 105 in the number of shares, it's 470 shares. And well, it's actually now it's worth 106. I literally just in the amount of time I've been talking to you, I've made $1,000 in Coinbase in the time that it took me to complete that sentence. And I hear you, Joy. I'm not making light of domestic violence at all. I had a friend, Robin Simpson, who was actually one of the students in the school who was just killed by her husband in Houston. And so I agree with you 100%. Domestic violence is not funny at all. And if I gave you that impression, no, that's not funny at all. So anyway, let me continue. So and now it's, okay, it's down it looks like it's dropping below 105 again. So what happens is that, here's the thing, the price is going up and down, up and down, up and down. And what's moving the price? Well, market conditions, the economy, the trading environment, like just all these different variables are moving the market price up and down, up and down, up and down. But nothing's really changed if you really look at it from a certain point of view. Give me a yes or no. Did the number when I went made that $1,000 during that sentence, like literally in that 60 seconds that I made earlier, do I own more shares than I did before I started that sentence? Um, when I made that $1,000, did the company change? Like, did Coinbase go into a different industry? Did they get a new CEO? Like, did something material change about my investment? Nothing, absolutely nothing changed. Nothing changed. It was the exact same company, exact same ownership, exact same everything. So these numbers that are changing, it's easy to argue that paper losses and paper gains, to some extent, not completely, but to some extent, are kind of a figment of your imagination, or at the very least, they are things that matter when they matter, but they don't matter when they don't. They matter when they matter, but they don't matter when they don't. If someone tells me that it's raining in China, I am not going to get wet. I don't care that it's raining in China. Well, unless I'm in China. So I was in China in 2019, and if you told me that it's raining in Beijing, then that would have mattered because I was out running in Beijing with my wife. It's a stinky city, by the way. You don't Shanghai was better.